Hey guys, I'm Raul. Welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be discussing how we should be applying to sixth forms in 2023. So there's three main parts. So first of all, it's watching videos on how to apply. I'm going to put around 3 or 2 links in the description with other people's videos, so you can use mine and you can use other people's to form an opinion on how you should be approaching your sixth form statement, personal statement, and application as a whole. So when you're watching these 3 videos, make sure that you're taking notes on each video, how they're approaching it, what their opinions are, because they will state their opinions. And at the end, make sure that you try and combine each one to create your ideal approach to your sixth form, because of course if you're applying to a technical sixth form, like UTC for example, wherever the UTC may be, your application will differ compared to someone who's applying to an academic place like Eton for example. Each person's application will differ depending on where they apply, and so you should be trying to combine every single video that you watch, and you can watch others apart from the ones that I link, so that you can create your ideal approach and increase your chances into getting into the sixth form that you want. Okay, so number 2, look at multiple application forms. So for example, I'm going to use the UTC one again. I didn't apply to any UTCs because I don't want to do anything regarding technicalities and stuff like that. However, I did look at UTC's application forms because it does help looking at what type of questions they have, the way that you're meant to answer them. Even though UTC is not a place that I want to apply to at all, I did find it interesting the way that the questions were formed, and they do ask you for your login. However, it doesn't mean that you directly have to apply it, but it was very interesting looking at it, and I never submitted anything. I just looked at the questions, how I should be answering them, etc. Also, discussing your personal achievements and yourself as a whole, constantly trying to practice those types of questions helps improve your perspective of yourself as such. And so when you're first in your sixth form application, you could probably be in 2 stages, which is what I was in at the start. So first of all, I was thinking, well, if I really think about it, like especially outside of school, because I'm very academic, I don't have that many successes, that many personal achievements. And then I started thinking, I completely went to the other end. I was thinking, if you really think about it, right, even playing a sport is a personal achievement. Being so consistent and so disciplined to play a sport, and especially if it's a team sport, you could continue discussing it, saying that it's collaborative, it teaches you to be resilient, persevering. So it's useful in that sort of sense. I did not have any interest in applying to UTC. However, looking at the sixth form applications and the way that you're meant to form your personal statements and everything like that, it could create interest for some people, especially if it's a field that you're thinking about going into, but you're a bit worried, you're a bit iffy about it. And so say that you were looking at, for example, going to an academic school, and we'll leave UTC for now. Say that you're based around where I am, near Reading. If you're a girl, for example, and you're applying to your current school's sixth form, the ones locally in your area, you should also be looking in Reading, for example. Kendrick's is a great girls' school and stuff like that. And so even if you think that you might not achieve the level, it's worth applying, because the worst thing that will happen is you simply receive an email saying, unfortunately, you have not been accepted into the sixth form with a conditional offer or an unconditional offer. So of course, creating an interest is key, because it could open doors that you didn't know were even there for you. Number 3. So, read others' applications. If these people are successful, then it shows that their approach was working for them, and most likely will work for you. However, of course, I put in my title 2023 because some approaches may be outdated now. For example, a lot of these videos that are at the top are from 2015, 16, 17, and a lot more people have started to do different activities. I will link some videos with model answers in the descriptions, because I did use some and they were quite useful, although some may consider them out of date, but for me they were very useful. And I will also link my answer. if they weren't successful, you can spot mistakes and make sure that you don't do them in your own application, because if you weren't to watch other people's applications, then you wouldn't know what mistakes not to make, what benefits are of using certain language, stuff like that. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I do encourage you to look at successful and non-successful sixth form personal statements, because it gives you a widened approach and perspective into applying to your sixth form. Right, so my personal achievements and opinions and approach in regards to sixth form. I did only apply to sixth forms. I did not apply to any colleges simply because my instinct is that I will strive academically rather than physically. Typically in sixth form, you're striving academically, whereas in college it's much more practical based, and I don't think that would be what's best for me and for my future. So, my grades. I am very happy to speak about this because it's something that I take massive pride in. My grades in the last PP that we did in November, I am quite sad with a few of them because I know I could have strived for slightly better, especially one, but let's get into it. So in GCSE Business I got a 9, in English Language I got a 9, in English Literature I got a 9, Further Maths I got a 6, which we only did like a couple lessons, but I should be achieving slightly better, at least an A, so a 7 or an 8, but I am going to be revising a lot, especially Further Maths, because the curriculum has not been covered at all because I've only started doing it in year 11. So I got an 8 in French, 8 in History, 8 in Maths, 9 in RS, and a 9/8 in Combined Science. And I was offered Triple Science, and I was doing it for around a term or so. However, I realised that I don't really want to delve into any scientific careers, and so it would be a waste of time, and it wouldn't be a GCSE that massively affects my chances of getting into a massive university or a massive sixth form as such. So yeah, my grades are pretty good. I got 5 9s, 3 8s, and 1 6 in Further Maths. But I do also have some achievements outside of school. So I was invited to a Confidence to Argue conference at Oxford University at Lady Margaret Hall. I've done various work experience courses with young professionals, which includes law, which is what I want to go into, the industry I would like to go into. A lot of these experiences contributed to the development of my leadership, social skills, reliability and punctuality, which I think is pretty accurate, because I think without having to take up this level of responsibility, I think I wouldn't have to strive to be so reliable for my peers. And I also think, especially as head of tutor reps, head of a whole group of people, not only the year, but everyone that was elected, being yet again elected the head of them, it does of course improve your leadership skills, because it means that you have to be there and discuss, you have to be able to listen to people's opinions and also give your own, not let yourself be beaten down just by a massive majority of in regards to a certain opinion that might contradict yours. I answered this and I said, I intend to gain 3 A-levels in English Literature, History and French, and an EPQ in Law. I then hope to attend a prestigious university such as Oxford or a highly ranked university in the United States. So I'll stop there first. I obviously spoke about which A-levels I want to take and the EPQ that I want to take. I've been able to prove that I have a fairly specific outline of how I want my future to be, and mine is quite specific. I decided what I want to do when I was around 12, 13. I've discussed what I want to do at sixth form, the A-levels and the EPQ. I'm now discussing what universities I would like to go to, and that is in America and in England. So let's carry on. Such as Oxford or a highly ranked university in the United States, study political science as undergraduate, and then the necessary degrees to then achieve a PhD in law. So, of course, being able to discuss what you want to do at undergraduate level at university shows that you know how your A-levels will benefit you in terms of what you want to apply for. If I'm not mistaken, it is the most common undergraduate degree, which is then followed by a law degree, a law master's or bachelor's degree. so carrying on, did want to include a bit more of my accomplishments, and I felt that this one accomplishment actually did link in very well to what I wanted to do in the future, and it showed off my academic excellence, quite literally. So I said that my accomplishments, such as the Academic Excellence Award, deemed this target attainable. It was literally my last sentence, and I think that it rounded off the whole personal statement very well, specifically regarding how successful you've been academically, right? And so I felt that this final sentence showed off exactly how this sixth form was right for me, how I was right for the sixth form, and how the track that I'm on at the minute deems whatever future I have planned for myself going forward totally attainable. It's something that could completely happen, given that I continue to be disciplined and not necessarily motivated. Discipline is much more important than motivation as far as I'm concerned, but consistency is key, especially now that I'm in year 11 and I have very few days until the GCSEs. My achievements aren't meant as a flex or anything like that. The grades that I've achieved, whatever extracurriculars I may have, these are 100% not a flex, just simply to, show that my perspective is valid, and I'm not someone who's simply just discussing a simple topic just to get a YouTube video out of it. Like I said in my previous video, there will be a lot of videos coming out around this time, because I'll be revising for my next round of PPEs, and then I will have a slight break where I'll be filming and posting quite a lot of videos, and then of course my GCSEs, where I think I'll be doing a lot of shorts because they require a lot less effort and a lot less stress, of a day in the life of the way that I'm trying to revise, stuff like that, even in school. And so that's how I plan to go. However, of course, things could change, and we'll just have to wait and see. But thank you guys very much for watching. If you've gotten to this point, you might as well just give me a follow, so just press on that subscription button, and make sure you turn on that notification bell, so the next time that I upload a video, you will receive a notification stating that I uploaded a video. But thank you yet again for watching this video. It is a topic that I'm truly passionate about, so thank you for listening, and good luck with your sixth form applications. Peace.